Hello and welcome to TheGhostOfSabotage here once again, and I'm going to talk about a twat. That isn't me. I said twat, not a muppet. He's a prick, not a twat. Sir Thomas Lipton. I gotta fire the fucking editor. He was born in a tenement somewhere along Crown Street on the 10th of May 1848 to Thompson Lipton Sr. and Frances Lipton, both from the county Monmouth in North Ireland. Now, I couldn't find where he lived, but he got his education at St Andrew's Parish School, close to Glasgow Green, starting in 1853 to 1863. He left school in early 1860s to work at his parents' shop. He also worked as a printer, errand boy, later as a stone cutter. He enrolled at the Gorbals Youth School during his employment, which is demolished. It was on the 16th Turf Street. Lipton became a cabin boy on a steamer going between Glasgow and Belfast. Once he was let go by the steamer company, he used his savings to travel and work across the US for about 5 years. He worked on a tobacco plantation in Virginia. In South Carolina, he worked on a rice plantation and as a bookkeeper. In New Orleans, he worked as a door-to-door salesman. In New York City, he worked as a grocery assistant. Quite the work experience, if you ask me. In 1870, he came back to his parents' shop, and a year later, he opened Lipton's Market on Stobecross Street, which proved to be successful to the point it became a chain that eventually spread throughout Britain. Please note this down, Americans. Britain is not just England. England is in Britain. Britain is not English. Britain is English, Scottish, Welsh, and Irish. Get that into your fucking thick skulls. I know there's some of you Americans who understand, who know the difference between Britain and England, but there's a lot of uneducated arseholes in the US who don't know the difference between British and fucking English. In 1888, Lipton's business had about 300 shops, and he decided to go into the tea trading business and opened a tea drinking office. He sold tea at a outlandish price so the working class can enjoy the joys of having a cup of tea. In 1890, the Lipton tea brand was created so he could buy some tea gardens, and of course the Lipton brand still exists, but as a subsidiary of Unilever. Lipton paid 20,000 quid, that's 2.6 million quid nowadays, to provide dinners to London's poor during Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee. In 1892, he moved from Muswell Hill to Southgate in London. He helped the organisations of medical volunteers during the First World War. He led the Red Cross, the Scottish Women's Hospitals, Siberian Fund use his yachts. Lipton died on the 2nd of October 1931 and laid to rest here in South Nicopolis alongside his parents and siblings. He left his fortune to Glasgow, really, according to the sources I have of Wikipedia. So yeah, this is in the east end of South Nicopolis. 'Tis sweet to think of those at rest who sleep in Christ the Lord. Lipton was a sportsman. He was into yachting and other sports. I'll do a video if you're interested, but that video, if there's enough interest in it, will be, I don't know, of several months down the line after this whole pandemic, since there is a trophy or another to his yachting that is in the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum, from what I have read. He was a Knight Commander of Queen Victoria's Order, and he became a Baronet of Osage. I think it's pronounced Osage. Osridge, I think. No, Osidge. There's no R. And so that's pretty much it. Until next time, ladies, gentlemen, and whoever else. Tally ho.